my gosh. Y'all, this K.A.R.D trip has just been something else entirely in my life. Hey guys, it's Mama B. I made it back from the K.A.R.D concert, 22 hours in the car to Chicago and back, and I'm here. This is my review of the whole concert and the experience in general. I put all the videos that I took in here, so they'll just kind of be spread throughout, and then a recap of the photo. Oh my god, the group photo, and then also I put a bunch of random photos and videos at the end too. So hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think, and we're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by our 1-year anniversary, which is in like a couple weeks. So if you guys could like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it, and I hope y'all like the K.A.R.D video. So first off, I am on the straightest road I've seen outside of Kansas for like the next 147 miles, so that is why I'm doing this. And okay, so I walk in and I get my drink, get my badge, which I still have on by the way, and I start walking down the aisles. And I'm walking, and there's like CC and BB and AA, and I'm walking, and I'm assuming I'm towards the front. I'm in row C. So I'm assuming row C is the third row back, right? That's what one would assume, and it's in the very center like of the theater. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, I'll be right in the center, 3 rows back. That's awesome. I get to the front, and there is no rows A or B. A or B is like the aisle in front of the stage, y'all. Like, I was front row and freaking center. I could not have been in a better spot than I was freaking in. Yeah, and also as per usual, everyone around me was standing still taking video, and I could not stand still to take video. So there's just gonna be like short clips of the concert throughout this, because y'all, I can't with it. Like, I cannot with those beats. You gotta dance to it. Like, you gotta get into it. Like, people, put your phones down and have your moments at your concerts. I can't. I mean, I appreciate later all the footage that everyone takes, but just like, I can't do it. I don't have amazing footage of the concert, but I have a little bit. To tell y'all, like, BM started the show by apologizing about that incident, and I have to say that the look on Jiwoo's face, like, it looked like she honestly thought people were gonna boo her off stage or something. Like, she looked like she was lining up in front of a firing squad and just looked so upset. And to see like that sincerity on her face, and they really literally apologized about this like 4 different times. So, you know, I thought that was like a good way to start off the show, just to show like their sincerity, and that, you know, they talked about it and they were very open about like the situation and what had happened, and that, you know, they love all of their fans, and, you know, it was just a really touching moment to me.
I go by the name of BM, and I represent the K.A.R.D. It's nice to be here.
Hello, Chicago fans. I'm nice to meet you. What's up? Nice to meet you guys.
Hey, it's J.Seph. Nice to meet you. Give it up one more time for K.A.R.D.
Probably the biggest surprise for me overall in seeing them live was J.Seph's like stage presence, because he tends to be a little more quiet and reserved in like the interviews and things like that, and I know like he doesn't speak English as much as the other members do, so I'm sure that has to be a part of it, but he just is a little more quiet and reserved. But like, that boy got on stage and it was like on like Donkey Kong. Like, oh my gosh, he was throwing it down, making eye contact with people. Like, his rap game was on point. Like, it was, I expected that from BM, but I did not expect J.Seph's stage presence to be what it was. subunits. Y'all know how much I love a subunit, right? Like, oh my god. J.Seph and Jiwoo did Bitch Better Have My Money. What? Jiwoo can rap like a fucking boss. Like a boss. She is... The level of badass I already felt for these girls was up to like times 10, and Jiwoo was just like bringing it. She was like, look at my face, you better give me what you owe me, don't act like you don't know me, give me my money. Same thing with J.Seph, like watching him rap, like it was very obvious that him and BM were meant to be a rap duo, like a rap hip hop duo first. Like I knew that from their interviews, but like seeing them on stage, like having fun, like just throwing down their rap lines, throwing down those verses was like, it obviously was what they were like meant to do, like what they loved doing. You could see like a difference in the passion level of what they were doing when they were just like up there being hype. And BM and Somin came out and did like one of my freaking all-time favorite like guy girl R&B hip hop songs. Oh, it was so good. And they did like every major popular dance that there was. So it was hilarious to watch. Like it was just very entertaining all the way around. And they are the type of like people that I would want to go to a bar with. Like I would take them out for drinks any day of the week, which is like high praise for me because we don't let just anybody in our circle into happy hour. Like happy hour is like you've taken a step up into like our inner circle. God, J.Seph had to serenade. This fan came from Florida. She came even further than I did. She drove 18 hours. So she was like even further than I drove. I was like, okay, so I'm not the only person who has this like level of dedication to a group, this group. Like, so that was cool. But he serenaded her, and you could tell good friends by how they react when you're in a cringy AF situation. And literally, like Matthew was hiding his face. Jiwoo was like, stop it, like she was cringing, and Somi was just like, oh my god.
Right, everyone? Let's listen to J.Seph's amazing vocals. It's okay to cry, it's fine. J.Seph, 준비되셨나요? 네. Anytime.
파이팅!
화이팅!
화이팅! 화이팅!
It's for the way you look at me. Oh, it's all the only one I see. The wind is very, very. The wind is very, very.
And then having to like serenade this amazing lady with your friends flipping out and cringing behind you. Like, it was amazing. Oh, also during games, shout out to the girl 3 seats down from me, because they were like, what should we do as a punishment for this game? Whoever loses, they did like the dance, random dance play. And he's, you know, they're like, okay, so how about we do like egg yo? Whoever loses has to do egg yo. And this girl like 3 or 4 seats down from me goes, do a sexy dance. And I was like, hell yeah, girl, like, I see you. I would be fine with any of these kids. Like, throwing it down. So of course BM loses, mostly because there was no way he was getting out of there. Like, if it was based off of crowd participation, he could have been the most perfect dancer, and his ass would have been the one doing that sexy dance based off the crowd. Like, he had no chance. So obviously he lost, and y'all, it was a little awkward. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little awkward for me because I have solid nut feels for these kids. Like, I obviously understand how attractive like BM and J.Seph are. Like, I get that, I totally do. Like, I see and appreciate, I understand, like, he's like fine, like, I get it, trust. I've been trying to hook him up with like Leah for like ever. Like, someone needs to make that boy happy in life. But seeing abs and body rolling and stage things that you, Kim, would have been proud of from 5 feet away, like, I was like cringing, but like looking, like I was pulling one of these, like, like, I'm looking, but am I? Should I? I feel weird about it. Like, solid dong sang situation is how I feel about that one. And like, dong sangs be doing like floor rolls on the stage. I mean, it was beautiful, but I don't know.
혹시 BM 솔로 댄스 영상 보셨어요?
Did you guys all watch BM solo dance? Should we do that? Because I don't know what that is.
Is there music?
Is there music? 혹시 그 BMC 솔로 댄스 한번 음악이 없다. Okay, they don't have the song.
Okay,
sorry.
sorry.
Why are you so happy?
Sorry.
Why are you so happy?
Alright, I'm just gonna wing it. Or is there any music at all?
Alrighty, so yes, if you guys have any sexy songs, just have that on standby. BM, get yourself ready. Alright, BM, let's move you to center stage so everyone can see. Okay, so we're just gonna, okay, here we go. Are you guys ready? Sexy dance time! Here we go, BM!
so there's a certain way I felt about it, but at the same time, it was literally like, I was like, no. Yeah, on like their 4th apology for the Toronto thing, J.Seph super impressed me. Again, I was so impressed by him, like, and it more had to do with the shock factor of how well he like presents in person as opposed to how he is on shows. And I mean, obviously a lot of those shows are English speaking because they have such a big international crowd, so I get that. But he literally, I have never heard him say so many words as he did explaining the situation and how he felt about the fans and his apologies and what it meant and how he like hoped people understood and that how sorry that they were and he hoped everyone had a good time. Like, it went on for so long that they had to like stop him and like translate it, and then he kept going and you could tell like I always forget his name. I think is it Tony? MC. I don't know why I forget his name every time. Damn it. Anyway, so sorry. I forgot your name. I'm really sorry. The MC like was kind of translating, and then he was like, okay, hold on, like wait, like so he can translate it, and then like J.Seph kept talking, and then like you could tell like words were being missed between the two of them. Like he was like, oh, I can't hear you, to translate it, and J.Seph literally was like looking him in the eye, like repeating himself, like you are going to get this out, like, and it is going to be correct. Like he was like definitely like very sincere about the fact that he wanted that message to get out and get out clearly and how he meant it, which the intensity behind that and wanting it to be perfect and wanting to make sure that what he was saying was understood by his fans was one of the coolest things that I have seen out of an idol and a situation. And then they did the encore. They were taking people's phones and like recording with people's phones. It was really cool. Like they were like grabbing people's phones from like the front of the stage and like recording with them and then handing them back, and they were doing it with like a lot of people. So but it was really cool like how they did that. They all just kind of like, they did 2 songs, but they just like had fun like on the stage, like did the dance moves when they wanted to. It wasn't like, you know, the choreographed routines that they had done previous to that. It was just kind of like them having fun, and that to me was like the best part, because watching like the girls do their thing and just like Jiwoo at points was just like sitting on the stage like serenading different people, and probably when she saw me lose my shit and looked at me like I was crazy. And Somin is just so beautiful and just was like having fun with the crowd, and BM and J.Seph like doing their rap lines but doing it super hype and just like jumping around on stage and doing their thing like the way that you could tell they want to do it. Okay, so we're lining up for the picture because I got P1, which came with a group photo, and so they're like, they need one person by themselves. Well, I've been talking to the girl next to me the concert the whole time, so I'm like, she was like, oh, do you want to go? And I was like, no, if we go, we'll be at the front of the line. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, you can pick who you get to stand next to. So we were like, no, we're together. I told her, I didn't even give her a choice. I was like, no, we're together. And they were like, oh, okay. And she was like, no, you can go. And I was like, no, like, I'm not gonna be the 10th person in the photo, I'm gonna be the first person in the photo. So we had someone else go in front of us, and it was so funny. And we need one single person, and I was like, we're together. Like, you can't, nope, we're good, we're at the front of the line, we good. It's like when you go on a roller coaster and you wait in line for like 2 hours to get on the roller coaster, and then like they're like, oh, do you want to be at the back and get on 5 minutes earlier, or do you want to be at the front and get the awesome ride? I got up there and he was like, so why don't you, and I was like, I'm gonna go stand over by BM. He was like, okay. So I went over to my BM, they took the photo, and then I was like, hey, I told DJ Leah I would shout out Sound K, and he kind of like he was like, oh, and then he like stopped and he kind of looked at me, and I was like, yeah, I'm Mama B, and he was like, KpopMamas, you made it. And I was like, oh my god, he knows who I am. Like, even if it was for 10 seconds, I don't even care. Like, oh my god, I was like, shut the front door. Oh my god. What? Yeah. And it happened that quick, and then I was like, okay, thank you so much, it was amazing, bye. And he was like, bye, it was so great to see you. And I was like, oh. And I know he was probably just being nice, but y'all, he knew who I was. Like, legit. Like, that's a thing that happened in my life. So that was it. That was the amazing night of K.A.R.D in Chicago. Y'all, BM was like, oh, KpopMamas, you made it. And I was like, oh my god, you know who I am. Oh my god. So anyways, we're getting close. K.A.R.D debut. That was my K.A.R.D in Chicago experience. Let me know what you guys think of the videos. If you've seen any others, I'm sure you've seen better video of it because I suck. But yeah, let me know what you thought, what you think. Let's talk about K.A.R.D. If you want to have a fangirl moment, if you want to tell me why you do like them, why you don't, I want to talk about K.A.R.D. So leave comments below. We'll have a little chat about it. And yeah, this is it. Mama B on the road from K.A.R.D in Chicago. Alright, y'all, remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. I would appreciate it. And we're trying to get 5,000 subscribers. So if y'all want to help me out with that, that would be like, y'all would be my favorites. You guys know you already are my favorites. But anyways, yeah. So I'll see y'all later. And thanks so much for watching. Bye. Hold it for you if you want.
Damn, how I never could imagine my life with you missing. You should kick it to the gut, and that's what all your friends say. But I don't want you to recover, cause I know you gon' find another better lover. Ain't nobody perfect, but we perfect culture like this. I need for my love, all of my love, my I need you to come fly. I heard this so way too many times. Just keep your little boy and I'll be mine. You need to let go, leave me alone.
What were your first impressions of each other? 서로의 첫인상 어땠는지 간단하게.
그럼 비에 오빠 먼저 저희가 소개해드릴게요.
Okay, let's start with BM's first impression of everyone.
제가 중학교 3학년 때 비에 오빠를 처음 봤어요. 근데 그때 빨간색 농구 나시티를 입고 카메라 가방을 옆으로 맨 게 되게 인상적이었어요.
Okay, so
Is one encore enough? Y'all want another one? Which one? Which one do you want? Which one?
English, hit it!
This one? Or do you want this one? Oh man, oh man. How many of you guys want? Don't recall. How many of you guys want rumor? How many of you guys want Onana? Rumor wins.